Welcome back. Today is May 15. It's Sunday. Happy Sundays. Sad Sundays. How are you guys feeling? I don't know, but hopefully happy. Sometimes, things happen. We're not on the happy end of the stick. And I understand, try to come out here just to, you know, trying to build some type of consistency because I feel like, I'm diving deeper into, my spirituality, and I feel like I'm able to connect and able to know the energy. Like I'm able to watch and be aware of energies and be aware of the thoughts and some of the downloads that I receive, and realize that some of these downloads and things that I receive are things that can really help people out. So that's why I really try to record and really try to, right now I'm doing a card of the day video on YouTube a day, just to try to build some type of consistency with just me sharing. Right now I'm doing tarot, but I do plan to do other things, step into other avenues, but I do want to try to cultivate this skill, something that I started in January. I've been doing it almost about every day now, and I do see improvements. So, and I do see the connections. So, that being said, I feel like there is something for someone who watches this, because it's not just me just throwing cards and just feeling like, okay, I have to get this done, or, something. It really is me just really trying to feel like, yeah, like the word is I F with the spiritual realm. I take a lot of time to discipline and meditate, and it's not really like I have the choice. It's kind of like I have to try to balance my emotions, balance the way I'm coming off. I'm really trying to, I'm reading this Master Femininity book and really realizing like how far away I am from just even realizing certain energies that I'm putting out can come off the opposite of mastering the feminine. So there's a lot of things that I'm working on and that I have to be aware of. And one thing that's helping me be aware of these things is meditation. Taking time, with self, taking time to listen to his voice, taking time, meditation. Cause I realize meditation is something you have to cultivate too. Because at the beginning, when you're doing meditation, you don't see yourself, like you don't really see the benefits. Even when I used to do like my moon rituals and things like that, I explained it in another video, like you don't really see the benefits of it like right then and there. But as you do it, you start to really see the benefits eventually. Like eventually it's gonna happen. Like with my full moon rituals, like before I was just doing it, and like when the week that I didn't do it, and then I realized like, oh, like boom, that time is a real time that you can really use to really get spiritually collective. If you're really trying to harness the energy to, bring something in, new moon, or if you're trying to harness the energy to release something, full moon, you do so then, because the energy is definitely amped up, it's definitely different. And when you don't do it, it's kind of like you kind of are missing, you're blowing a whole opportunity to really level up or get rid of or really get spiritual. Because we're all spiritual beings, we're, it's just unfortunate that we wake up, first thing that everything's just physical. We're looking at our phones, looking at our text messages, attending to our families, or, finishing off that conversation with our husband from last night, or, checking our emails. So we're doing everything physical. But sometimes we forget that, okay, hey, let me pause. Let me take a break from all this. Let me reset, come back within, and see what it is. I feel like that's like my check up in the morning. How am I feeling? Because the more you like I said, the more you meditate, the more you sense the feeling. You sense when you're off. You sensing when you don't do it, how much, imbalance, or how much out of yourself you are, or, how like the connection that you were feeling when you were meditating every day versus when you're not. I feel like you always have to do that too. Like do something for a long time and then stop doing it, and then see how when you stop doing it, like why there's a reason why spirit was guiding you to do this every day. Because the moment you don't do it is you're realizing you're falling off. We don't want to fall off. We want to raise our frequencies, raise our vibration, because what the hell are we here for? You know, some days, yes, we fall off. We're not perfect, you know. Things are not going to be perfect, you know. We're going through things. I understand that. But what are we here for? Are we here for to be stagnant? Are we here for to be in the same cycle of repeat, and keep doing the same thing? Or are we here for to raise our vibration, check off those to-do lists, you know, do things that you didn't even imagine you can do, or, you know, open that business, you know, even if it's something small, like, you know, losing 5 pounds, you know, finding a husband, or connecting to my relationship in a way I haven't, you know, diving deeper into my femininity or my spirituality, establishing a real relationship, a closer relationship with my children, or, you know, but some things that we just are not doing because we're constantly on repeat. We're constantly on that cycle. I feel like to kind of get away from that cycle, you kind of do need to deplug, like plug off all those stations, all them networks, all them programs that we're on, and kind of get ourselves in a new program. The way we do that, look, ladies and gentlemen, why am I messed up? Tripod. I got to get a new tripod. 90-day routine. How do we get new programs within us, you know, instilled within us? We're kind of like hard drives. We're kind of like computers. Every day we have like natural reaction, natural things that we do because we've been programmed to do them so long. Not that being programmed is a bad thing. Is what are you programmed to is the question. We all are programmed to something. We're programmed to, look at my whiff in the back. We're programmed to get up, brush your teeth, wash your hair. Some of us, you know, we go to church every Sunday. Some of us, we drink tea every morning. Some of us, we work out every Friday. Some of us, we programmed to drink on weekends. Some of us were programmed, you know, what else do we do as people? Every Friday night is movie night. You know, we just set programs up within ourselves that are set. Every morning we watch the news. You know, some people eat healthy. Some people maybe drink tea, juices in the morning. Some people are bacon or McDonald's every day. You know, we're all programmed. If it's good or bad, we're all programmed in doing something. And that's what it is. And if we're trying to raise our vibration and elevate ourselves in a way that we haven't ever did, we have to do things that are a little uncomfortable and a little bit different. Like we hear millionaires and things on YouTube and motivational speakers, and one thing that I noticed that they all speak about is their routine. And routines to me are programs, or installing new programs, because routines are stuff that has to be done on a consistent basis. And things that you watch consistently, like TV programs, are things that, you know, consistent. And the more you watch those TVs or those advertisements, they eventually become a part of you. I was about to say, I was about to really give y'all a song, but for real, we know these progressive commercials and, you know, cars for kids, and I already see the kids singing. That commercial gets on my nerves. But yeah, we get these programs in our head. We get these programs in our mind, and some of it is stuff that we have been doing since birth. We're just so used to it because, hey, I've been doing this. I've been taught by my mom, taught by whoever. This is now a part of me. And that's cool. But to understand if there's things that, boom, you're not really happy, like, oh, boom, I have this crazy habit of just eating a whole bunch of shit that is not, I know is not good for me. Okay, so eventually we have to know that we have to change this program. And this program is not a one-day thing. Don't do most of these things if you're not ready to be committed, because it's going to be a waste of time. You're going to do it and be like, okay, yeah, today, tomorrow, next day, you know, we're on the health vibe. And then 2 weeks later, you fall off, and then you're back to square one. That's why consistency and doing this in 90 days, because they say 21 days for something to become a habit. But it takes 90 days for it to become in your lifestyle, to become a part of you. 21 days is not enough, y'all. I did plenty of routines and things, you know, exercise and this and that, whatever you want to call it, new programs, and none of it really stick for 21 days. It's not. It has to be like every day. It's like you're fiending for this energy. It's like, I have to change. It's like you're working and you're fighting basically your spirit, your other spirit of saying, oh, I want to be lazy. No, I don't want, I'd rather not eat healthy. I've been eating all healthy all week. Let me just have this Burger King, you know? And sometimes it's okay to fall off one day, you know? But it's the spirit within you to be like, okay, today, you know, I'm trying to meditate every day. Today I didn't meditate. I fell off. Tomorrow I'm jumping right back into it and doing what it is that I have to do. Is holding yourself accountable too. We're not perfect. Things are not going to be perfect all the time. But just know that you're striving to get there. Know when you fall off, you get yourself, pick yourself right back up. And let's keep this thing moving. Because the only person who's going to change the circumstances of our life is us. I'm sorry, our moms are not going to come in and spoon feed us like we used to and change our diapers, and our teachers, you know, making sure we hand in our homeworks and all that shit. It's up to us to how our life is. It really is. It's the habits that we have. Really, it's the habits. It's what are you doing every day? How are you proving yourself to yourself you're going to do what it is you're trying to accomplish so you can be better? If it's waking up every morning, so you know, to go to the gym, how are you doing that? How are you not upsetting yourself at the end of the day? Yes, you're not perfect. There's going to be days you fall off. But how are we getting back? How are we in your mindset? It's about your mindset. Oh, I fell off today. Tomorrow I'm right back into it. I'm going out with my friends to drink tonight. Oh, tomorrow I'm right back into it. Stop playing. And that's how you got to be with yourself. You fall off, you get back right back up the next day. It's called balance. You go a little bit too far left, I'm going back to the middle. But some of us are too far left to even know what the middle is. And that's okay. Because when we're programming the world that, you know, we haven't really found a way to get out, or we're not really working, or not really seeing, you know, we're really at a disadvantage. But we, at one point, we do have to become responsible for ourselves and responsible for the actions and things that we're putting out, because we can't keep making excuses. You know, depending on your consciousness and where you are, you know, people probably like watching the video like, girl, I just got on this journey. You know, you're coming off hard. But some of us, we know what it is we have to do. We just making excuses. So depending on who, you know, who the message is for, we know, you know, I'm not going to say, yeah, we got this. We got this. But I feel like, you know, making things into a routine and being consistent with it is the only way how things become a part of us. You know, canceling out, you know, all those bad habits. Oh, I smoke all day. I eat that all day. Now you implement a whole bunch of good habits that will counterfeit those things. You smoke all day while you're home. Have a routine where you go out to the gym, you take a walk, 30-minute walk in nature. And, you know, try to read the Kabbalion too. Like, you know, knowledge is really important. I feel like just knowing what you're kind of looking at is another thing that I feel like helped me. Like, not just knowledge and just knowing everything, all the chakras. And I feel like, yeah, that's important as well. Like knowing everything, numerology, astrology, all that is definitely important. But I feel like kind of knowing like what the hell are you looking at, the cycle. Definitely astrology would teach you like the cycle and just, yeah, because astrology is no joke. It really is like, it's like the wheel. It's like everything included within that wheel, and through time, it's just, astrology. Yeah, like learning just a little bit about that will help. The astrology in your natal chart is a part of you, and just knowing, not that you need to become an astrologer, but just having some like basic information to help you, because what's happening, you kind of be your own, you kind of can predict what the hell is gonna happen. Why not? why not cultivate a skill that can kind of help you out a little bit? And it helps you out with knowing yourself too, because your natal chart, believe it or not, there is a lot of connections to who we are. You just gotta know how to read the energies, and how you read the energies is knowing the faces and then making the connection. Everything's connected. The same thing like numerology, astrology, and chakras and colors and all this. Everything's connected, and knowing all this, it does give you a little bit of help. But I feel like knowing like the background and the base of this would be kind of like just reading the Kabbalah. I would just keep preaching about the Kabbalah just because it kind of gives you like the breakdown of what you're looking at, cause and effect. What are the laws of the soil and the soil anywhere? It's not the soil if you're in Africa, the soil if you're in Antarctica. This is the soil of just life and energy, and knowing how our energy, like the base. I feel like when I read this book, it's bringing you to the base of what the earth and what you're kind of looking at. So you kind of know, it's kind of like being aware, and you know what the fuck you're looking at. So you know, like, okay, if I do this, effect is gonna happen. It'd be like the most simplest thing when I read this book. It'd be like, before, when people used to talk about, I used to think this book was like the most ancient book. And what's the other one? The Emerald Tablets. I used to think these books were like the most ancient, high authority, that came, from Jesus, and, was just, in a sacred closet. And the ones who knew about it were the ones who were just the most powerful, the ones who I feel like they went to Egypt, they done got washed by God. And, that's how I really felt about the book and the people who knew about it. Like, real talk. Like, it was just a high position. Like, the information in the book, it'll take me 30 years just to understand. And, the information is just some higher knowledge. That's the way I was looking at it. As I'm reading it, and as I did get a little assistance with my astrology class, I feel like that really did help a lot, because I did kind of read it before and was like, what the hell is this? But taking my astrology class, and she really broke it down for us. And when I was able to read it on my own, I was like, boom, oh, okay, ooh. So everybody has different awarenesses. Maybe some people, everybody will have a different experience. But I feel like, yes, that astrology class did help, because she already read the book and she was assisting us with reading it. So, yeah. But with that being said, that book is just like the basis, principles of gender. It's just laws. It's just certain things that are just laws. There's no way around it. It is what it is. As above, so below. What's going on in the stars, going on down here. It is what it is. You can deflect it. You can ignore it because you've been programmed to. You can ignore it because you just don't believe it. But it's still going to be going down. And people who are grasping this information might be a little bit ahead of you because you're choosing to be ignorant. No offense to the people who, oh no. And it's true. I feel like the life, be open. Be open. Not everything like I said, you have to take in. Like, I'll go to a Muslim church. I'll go to a Jewish. I don't have to take in and make what they do a part of me, but to participate and understand and get a vision, and to see why people do, or just experience what they do. They praying on the floor. I would take all that in and just to experience it. But to make it to put it in my 90-day routine, to make it a part of me, it will have to take me some research, and maybe me, if I really see the benefits of it, why not? But I'm not going to just, because I'm learning it, it has to be a part of me. And that's what people have to understand. A lot of us has these misconceptions and these things that tarot and all these things are just the devil. I'm speaking personally because that's how my parents are. And I know some of us are definitely dealing with this bullshit. And it's like certain programs and mindsets we have of these things that are just fucking normal. These are things that can really help you if you stop being so closed-minded. Open up. Opening doesn't mean it's accepting. Opening doesn't mean it's a part of you. Opening just means I'm listening, taking it in, and moving from there. Or maybe I'll dive a little bit deeper into research. Maybe I'll be open up to another conversation when someone brings this up. And it'll go further from there. But being closed from it is like, I'm closed. All right, she talked about all right, bye, okay. And you just move on, and you never get to dive deeper. You never get to see what coulda, shoulda happened. Now when someone else, let's say you are open, someone else brings that conversation up and they bring something else in a way that is more relatable, you're like, oh, okay, I remember my sister was saying something like that, and you say, oh, okay, that is making a little connection. Maybe you go home, you do a little research, and you see a little more, and next minute you're diving a little bit deeper. Not diving deeper in a way that's making a part of you, it's just diving your soul just to seek, just to find more information, just to elevate you, to bring you to a different space. Because that's what it does. Like when you travel and find information, ruled by Sag, it's like you're traveling. When you're finding information, you're traveling. That's why Sag rules knowledge and, psychology. Not psychology, don't rule psychology. It rules philosophy. Because they're seeking knowledge. And when you seek, it's like you're traveling, It's like your mind, your space is traveling. You're in a different space. You're in a different space, like literally space. Yeah. Astrology is dope. See, just for reasons like that, you can make connections like that. Like, I'm traveling, and then you're not really traveling, picking up your bags, and hey, I'm taking a trip. It's like you're literally traveling. Your mind is traveling to a different space. You're not in the same space you used to be. Like me, I'm living in the same space that I used to be when my journey first started out. I started out in the basement. Now I'm in the second floor. But my whole life has changed completely. I'm still in the same motherfucking space, in the same hood. Y'all like, girl should be elevating. But I am in different ways. But I'm still in the same space, but with a whole different mindset. I'm a whole different animal right now. Whole different animal. Compared to who I used to be, I can shoot videos every day now and have that energy to do so, to put out, because I'm putting self-love within me every day. Where in the past, I was sitting down, I remember being in the basement, depressed, dark. All I can think about was drinking. I wasn't close with my family like that, so I just remember being really depressed and because me and my family, we always big on Christmas. Christmas be we really get together, and Thanksgiving. These are things that we just do. We will all get each other's gifts and things like that. So when it was around that time, and me, I was living a whole nother life at that time. I felt like, I was just hella depressed, eating bad foods, no type of regimen, just sleep, eat. When I get depressed, it was just quickly depressed mode. Now, today, I got kind of I was a little lazy. I was like, no, I have this 90-day routine. I have, someone I have to show up for. I'm already 2 months in. I have 1 more month to go. I'm not going to just sleep my day away or just not do the things that are on this 90-day routine. That's what popped up in my head because I'm so into it. I'm so invested into it. I'm like, oh, hell no. It got me fucked up. I already did 2. I started this, look, it says April. Today is, look, I check off the list. So y'all know this is real life. I'm doing this, because sometimes we do need representation. I'm gonna put the camera down because I need to fix my tripod. But sometimes, yeah, we do need representation just to see. But I'm doing this every day. And it's a part of me. I made it a part of me. Especially if change is what I'm looking for, If I'm trying to better myself, yeah, and then I check it off every day. But yeah, if I wasn't into that spirit and that mindset, I probably would, if I was in the same space that I was. Yes, I'm physically in the same space, but mentally, I'm not in the same space. I was a lazy bum back in the day. So depressed, I wasn't amounting to nothing. And that's okay for us who are like that. Sometimes we're in very depressive states. That's how we climb out. I was really in a bad space. Oh my God, just thinking about it. Girl, why do we do this stuff to ourselves? Because sometimes we just don't know. Or we're not seeking. I feel like I was not seeking. I was literally being lazy. Just letting life just happen. Not being in control. Till I got my ass up and started seeking different ways. It's possible for us to be living the vibration and just living this life of abundance. God is really good. That's all I got to say, because I'm not that I live in a mansion or I have a fancy car or you know, my nails get done every day, you know, even though I should be upkeeping that. But, you know, it's not like, you know, I could pay for to go on a trip all around the world right now. You know, I feel like I'm good. I feel like I'm more than good. But to say like, you know, I'm rich and abundant, like I have everything, like, no, I'm still working. I still have plenty of things that I need to work on and that I'm going to work on, you know. These are all material things. I'm not chasing after nothing. But yes, I know there's things I want to go on to Egypt. I want to travel around the world. I want to be by a beach party. I do. I've been thinking about that recently. Just dancing by the beach, but in like a different country, an island, and just with a coconut and just chilling by the water and just letting nature just do its thing, and just by people I love. That's what I've been thinking about. I want to do these things, take my family with me and just do these things. You know, these are all materialistic things. We're not going to die and kill each other, you know, kill ourselves just to get these things. I felt like kill ourselves to get the spirit right. Kill ourselves for that meditation. Have that same drive, like how we want that new BMW for our meditation, for something that is really going to, I feel like meditation's been the most beautiful. It's not something that you really want to do, but when you start doing it, it's just countless benefits, because we live in a spiritual world. If anything, like knowing the energies and seeing the energies of people will just make you more aware of what you're going into and the people around you, and aware of the situations and aware of the cycle and aware of just everything. But it takes time. It takes time to cultivate this energy to really see things for what they are. But yeah, meditation, like I said, 3 things that I said yesterday that really help. Meditation, the Kabbalion, because that gives you like, okay, what am I here for? It's like you meditate. Now, how do I maneuver with the world? You have the Kabbalion that will give you all the laws and kind of how to like, what is already it's the law. I'm sorry. It's just the law. It's no lie. It just is what it is. If I do something, there will be an effect. It just is what it is. And that what the Kabbalion teach you. It is what it is. People can say, oh, you know, religious type of... The Kabbalion is not. All is mental. The all is mental. Everything that we think about is a mental manifestation. If I'm thinking about creating something, that happened in my mind first. I want to paint. I'm not physically painting first. I created the vision of me painting and where I'm going to paint, how I'm going to paint, what colors I'm going to use, what thing I'm going to use, before I'm actually physically painting. Everything happens in the mind. I wake up, first thing is a thought. It's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Get up and drink my tea. Sometimes it's a reaction. You know, I'm automatically in set of mode, get my tea or use the bathroom. But most of the time, before we create something, before we really do something, it happens in the mind. The mental, something really mental. So these are all in the Kabbalion. It's not something that to really... It's just read it for yourself, so you can just see. Motherfuckers would be like, oh my God, they trying to, like, it's like a religious type. No, it's law. It's law. There's no way around it. You can be blind to it. You can be ignorant about it. You can, but what is that going to do for you? Okay, we kind of got to get out of these certain mind structures, certain things that we reprogrammed in, so we can find some type of, not peace, but some type of, I don't even know. Some of us just need some type of, just explore, open up your mind. Just open. I can't stress how much it is just to be open, so you can just see something maybe a little bit different. I'm not here to be stuck and stagnant. Oh my gosh. I just say this, I'm passionate about this because I experience this with a lot of people, and sometimes it's just like, why do we do this stuff to ourselves? It's like, why? But I understand, like, you know, but still. Yes, so we have that. And I think we should really pay attention to this astrology. Not that you need to become an astrologer, but just understanding you. Understanding your natal chart, you understand you. Because when I used to read my astrology, I'm like, first, sometimes I'd be like, yo, how do these people know more about me than myself? It was so freaking weird. But the fact, we don't know shit about ourselves. We really don't. It took me a while to to start realizing my energy, things that I don't like. Because I used to have like this thing, like, I got to be perfect. But then I start seeing other people's shitty ways. They be like, you know, like Joe Osteen will think he's perfect. But he got shitty ways too. So I used to think like everybody had like this perfect vibe to them. So I had to understand like, okay, we as humans, we mess up. We're not always going to be our best. So that's something I had to learn too. And in astrology, it's like, boom, like these people really do know, because it's knowing the energy. When you know the energy, not these people really know you, but if that energy is within you, then boom, they kind of do know you because they know that energy. And if you have that energy within you, then boom, they kind of know your energy. If you got Taurus moon, you know, Taurus moon is going to have a certain energy behind them. Same thing for Aries sun. We put all the combinations together, Aries sun, Taurus moon, Sag ascendant. It's going to all play out in a story. And you look at how it's positioned in your natal chart. Everybody has this. And when you see how yours is specific and yours is special and how yours is angled in certain ways, you get a certain image, you start to understand yourself a little bit better. So meditation will help, Kabbalion, understanding just the law of the world, of life. Astrology, understanding yourself, understanding the future, understanding the past, present, and then meditation. Because it's like we're plugging into the physical. Trust me, the physical ain't shit unless you have your spiritual. Sorry. I'll repeat again. The physical means nothing unless your spirituality is in check. The physical ain't shit unless your spirituality is in check. You be chasing after these physical things, which is, yes, it's a part of, you got to understand. Yeah, it's important. We got to chase paper. We got to get money. We got to get our business. We got things we got to do as people, right? But understand that we should be tending to ourselves first and like our coming back to ourselves. How we come back to ourselves is meditating. When you meditate, you unplug. Yeah, you're going to hear thoughts and things that you talked about, and you're going to hear a lot of shit. It's not going to always be quiet, and that's what you kind of have to do. Silence yourself. All that thing that goes on, it's okay. And maybe sometimes you won't. Sometimes those thoughts that come up, write them down because they may be connecting you to something more deeper. If you're meditating, your back is hurting. That's why it's good to know astrology. In astrology, what sign rules the back? Since everything's connected, Libra. Then you will know like, okay, while I'm meditating, my back was hurting. What sign rules the back? Okay, Libra rules relationships. Maybe something my spiritual guides are trying to highlight to me. Pay attention to my relationship. Pay attention to something in that nature because when I do, yeah, because they might be guiding you. You know, when you meditate, is your guide. Your guides are here to assist you because you're taking that time to do that work. So you're receiving some type of assistance. You're seeing something. You're visioning something. A thought is gonna come up that can synchronize or connect to another thought, or it can be some type of guidance. See the colors that pop up because colors are all connected. See the numbers that pop up. Speaking of numbers, I seen the number 4 very vividly last night. Very vividly. Your dreams. Have a dream journal. Have a dream journal. So you see your thoughts and things because all these symbols and things that you see throughout your meditation, take a notice to that. Same thing as your dreams. Write these down. Same thing when I meditate, at least in my morning meditation. I do meditate throughout the whole day, but I do a morning meditation, and that one is the only one I'll really write, like my thoughts, my visions, things that pop up, just for some clarity, so you can know and it can connect you back. Okay, why did I think about that? Why did spirit was guiding me to that? Why? And then you can kind of make the connections. Yeah, it's just about making these connections. And you can't make connections if you're closed off to anything. Astrology can help you with that. And then when you read the Kabbalion and you have the laws, you can be like, oh, okay, this is cause and effect. You kind of know, like the tides, like, oh, I'm emotional. Even they talk about that, the ebb and flow, or whatever they talk about. I forget that one. It's a causation, principle of causation. No, it's not. But it's like rhythm. I think it's rhythm, or is it vibration? It's like knowing, like, let's say, oh, I'm mad, I'm angry. Later, if you're mad or angry, eventually